We good? Good? Okay. Hi, I'm Ty Whitley, and this is my senior project motivational speech, emotional baggage, presentation, and slideshow all in one. Let's get into it. What is an emotional speech? What's so important? What's behind emotional speech? Or what even is it? Well, if you look into it, a motivational speech is written and persuade or convince the listeners to take action to improve. Basically, when you listen to a motivational speech, you feel really motivational, and feel like you can do something better. You can like wake up, feel great, smell the roses, and just feel wonderful. Background in speaking, I have none. I have no history of background in speaking. It's basically my first speech, first message that I did ever. And a lot of my classmates and underclassmen and people around the school really asked me, why did I choose this for my senior project out of anything else I could have chosen? Why did you choose a motivational speech to give to the youth? The reason behind that was I really wanted to lift up the youth and tell them that they are more than what they are and what they see in the mirror, and how to handle their baggage, because the truth of the matter is everybody has emotional baggage. No matter how old you are or how young you are, everybody has emotional baggage, and my message to them was to handle and how to interact with their emotional baggage. The first steps to thinking about my speech was I really had to pick and narrow down to one subject. I really wanted to talk about multiple things like self-love and relationships, how to get into relationships, how to move on, and stuff like that. But I had to choose one, and I chose emotional baggage because there is good baggage and there is bad baggage. And I had to take notes about it. I had to think and come up with my very own metaphors on how to not only they're hearing me, but they're seeing what I'm saying. Like, for an example, for a good baggage, and it was self-love. For a good baggage, it was a pineapple. And what I did was I took a pineapple, I leaned it to the side, I cut the top end, and I cut the end off, so you have three parts. And the end is what we see ourselves. We see ourselves as nasty, and it's not the good part. So why do we brag about this bad part and this nasty part that we don't want, when really you take the middle part and you cut it down and you open it, and you're really sweet, you're soft, and you're gonna be open, and you're a better person. But we see ourselves as the outside of the pineapple, because there's scars and it's really hard and nasty. And when really you should see yourself as the top of the pineapple, and it has its crown. You know, like a pineapple has a crown, and you can wear that crown and show it off to anyone you want. And I had to really bring everything and all my very own metaphors, bring it all into one, and go talk to my mentor and ask for her opinion and ask for her advice on how I would be better, how would this speech be really good to them, and how they would really interact with me while I gave my speech out. The second step was to write the speech out, and I had to talk to the front office about get a really good date. I had to talk to Miss Vegas about what would be a really good date to talk to the junior high and give my speech in the PC. I had talked to Mr. Osberg and Mr. Rodriguez so they can hear what I had to say, and those two and Miss Vegas really helped me narrow it down, where I stay on one part of the subject and not arrow off to other parts, when really I just needed to focus on emotional baggage and not go one way, when really I should stay one way and talk about it. So thank you to them, they really helped me a lot. And the last step to the second step was I really had to practice my speech to the freshman class and ask them, how would I get better, what was your favorite part, what was something I can really improve on. And I asked Mercia if she would mind to take her freshman class to the PC so I can give my speech out to them, and she did. Really helpful. My mentor was Mercier. She is a teacher at Sierra High School. She's been teaching for 15 years. The reason why I chose her to be my mentor was she's really good with the youth and she knows how to interact with the youth, and she's just really helpful, and she seemed like the best mentor for this project, for my senior project. So that's why I chose her. Thank you to her. The final step of this project, I didn't give the speech to the junior high because of COVID-19 and no school. So that really made me upset, really frustrated, because I practiced so much and I was so ready to give my speech to the junior high and help them become better in how they handle their emotional baggage in high school and not be carried so much. When you carry the weight on your shoulders, you're just suppressing it. Basically, you're walking in quicksand. You're just going lower and lower and lower. But the good part about this, I gave my message and speech to the freshman class, and a couple of the freshman class students came up to me individually on their own time and said, "Wow, Ty, I really loved it. You really opened my eyes, and now I can handle my emotional baggage." And two other people were like, "I really wish I heard this when I was in junior high, so I know what I was preparing myself for in high school." So thank you to them for giving me their thoughts about my message. The research paper, that was hard. I think the research paper was the hardest part because I was going 3 separate ways. That's why I had the help of Mr. Osberg, Rodriguez, and Villegas, and Mercier helped me narrow it down to one part, because I did talk about 3 other parts: relationships and self-love. When I took self-love and emotional baggage, put it to one to become a better self. Because the truth of the matter is, everybody has emotional baggage. There is good baggage and there's bad baggage. It's just the way you handle it and just the way how you treat it and to lighten your bag. The challenges, there were really no challenges for this project because my freshman year, I already planned this for my senior project. I've always wanted to go out and speak to people and lift people up and tell them that they are more than what they see in the mirror. Personally, to me, I feel like everyone puts themselves down, even though that they can rise and we all become one and we can move forward, and this message would go down to generations, bringing up future generations so we become better humans. Another challenge was I had to see if the audience actually cared about what I said, because some of the students were just they didn't really listen to me when I gave it to some of the freshman class. Like, this guy's a clown. Like, this guy's a clown. Instead of saying this guy's a clown, ask yourself, why are you at the circus? But I think the hardest part was to get people to actually listen to me and see what I had to say. That was challenges. The final point was, out of all this, is like, question was, will this affect my future? Honestly, it will affect my future, because in my future I really want to become a pastor or a speaker, a rapper, and a speaker, to talk to younger people and help them rise, and just I really want to touch people's hearts and tell them that they are more than what they see. So that's the final part, and it really will affect my future. It is sad that I didn't give my presentation to the junior high, but I'm really happy that I did give it to the freshman class, and I hope they really take the advice that I gave and the message that they heard and really take part of that, and really, I just hope that they have lighter bags, and it's up to you on how you handle your baggage. You can't put your weight onto someone else. It's up to you on how you handle your baggage, and that is my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I'm Ty Whitley, and this is my senior project, proposal slideshow. Is it? Yeah, it's slideshow, and that's it.